G'day, welcome back to CROC Rods. I'm going to show you how to take a concept drawing of a mini hot rod dash in this case, turn it into a buck or a die, whatever you want to call it, turn that into a mould, and then get the finished product at the end. I'll take it through step by step. Not so much of the woodworking side because who likes wood, right? But it's mainly to do with making the mould and preparing this so the mould won't stick to it. So I hope you enjoy the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it. Alright, in order to finish getting the measurements for the dash, I need to cut this windscreen piece out. Now that I've got this out, I can get my measurements from here to how thick I want the dash, and also how deep I want it. I don't want it to be too deep, but I don't want it to be not too deep. I don't want a little slither of a dash. I'm going to clean this edge right up, make it super straight, and I'm going to have a piece of perspex squished between here and the dash. The dash is going to hold it. Maybe some tabs underneath will hold it too. Alright, so this is what I've got so far. This is going to be sunk in by just a little bit. And these, where the black is, it's going to be cut off. These bits are going to be square, and then it's going to have that back that I just measured on it. That's the center of my piece of wood. I reckon that's too big. Yeah, it's too big. So I've just been using the lid. That's giving me my radiuses there, and then this there. Find something with a small enough radius to go around that, and just come straight through. And then this part is going to be a nice little detail, probably that same radius into a smaller radius. Yeah, that's the gist of it. Right, so I got myself a 15/16 collet socket. I'm going to line that up with the center. Designing stuff is tricky. I've just sort of sat that in the car for a second and had a squeeze at it. I'm going to make it narrower by that much. Right, so I made this narrower, redrawn it. I modified this round a bit. It was just a standard round over bit with a bearing, so I'll just follow and do a radius. So I'll cut the bearing off and then put a little radius on there. So it won't be a sharp corner, it'll be tiny little radius, then another radius over the top. The straight bits will be easy, so I'll better clamp something here and then get this guy to follow straight. The hard parts are going to be these. That's the tighter radius than this one, so it has to be a nice blend. And then this part down here is going to be tricky, getting around that. So I'm going to really take my time with this. Right, progress has been made on this dash panel. I got this piece of wood in here that fills in this gap. There's going to be a nice bevel here, and then a fillet in there. So it'll be a radius to a radius. And then there'll be a radius here, radius along the top. A lot of body filler and sanding will be required because this freehand bit sort of went a bit wide there and a bit wide there, and not too bad on that side, but this side's not great. Then I've got to make this part really close to this. Alright, got little bevels all around it, and I got this piece to fill in the gap between the windscreen. So now I'm going to smear the whole thing in body filler. Alright, now I've got this all smoothed out, the back all done. I'm going to spray this with a 2-part epoxy like I've done in the past. Well, in the past I've brushed it on. This is the stuff here. Flooring and furniture, equal part epoxy. It sets rock hard and it doesn't react with gel coat or resins. And there we have it. We have quite a few wet coats. I was using the same spray gun I'm going to be using to spray PVA over this. So I gave it a really good clean out. That's the one here. The mould, the dye or the buck is finished. Pretty happy with it. So this is going to be a 2-piece mould. So the whole front will be done in 1 piece. Then I want this lip at the back. Just so when I trim it, I don't accidentally go too far or this doesn't get deformed, because this is going to go up against the windscreen. So I want this little lip at the back. And I've been looking at it a lot. I'm going to make the wall along the back first and then lay up the whole front. And then once that's cured, I'll lay it like that and then just do this little lip. 2 pieces. So I've got to build a wall, which shouldn't be too difficult. There's the wall. Pretty straightforward. Stapled the core flute to the back of it. Filled in the gap. There was when I did the top part and then the back part, there was a little like bevel along here. So I filled that up to make it sharp. That's a tiny bit high, but that doesn't matter. This is core flute, and then I used the Scotch tape. Because fiberglass doesn't really stick to core flute, but if it's been scuffed up a little bit, it will bite. But this, I like to call it sellotape, Scotch tape, nothing sticks to that, not even permanent marker. So that's what I use that for. A nice thick coat of wax, let that dry, then PVA, let that dry, gel coat, and then glass. Let's do it. here it is. One mini hot rod dash panel. I've got to trim it up. I damaged it a tiny bit here, which is easy to fix. Just going to clean up all the edges and make some mounts for it. It'll be good to go. A few little repairs here and there, but that's... I should have molded it differently. Instead of having this piece just on the back here, I should have molded the face and then had the wall here. So this part and this part would have been done, and then the join would have been here. And that way I could have put gel coat, because I missed a few bits of gel coat in here. There's some holes and stuff, which is easy to fix. But yeah. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Doesn't matter, I still got it out. Didn't really damage the mold too much. Little chip here, it's fine. You're not gonna see that part. And I was thinking about trimming that down anyway, so it's all good.